host, Deanna Brown, and we're here at the Forward Progress Show. And I am so excited to be here today with our guest, Brandon Little, and our co-host, Jay Turner. This is going to be an amazing show, y'all. We've been working on it for the last few minutes, getting set up, and these two have had me cracking up the whole time. So I'm excited that today you can go from dream to screen, from page to stage, and make forward progress at any age. That's right, at any age. So we're going to jump right into our hot topics and witty banter with these two.
A lot of pressure
you met them on last show. I didn't get to talk that much. So we're going to go back and forth now. Jay Turner, Brandon Little, these two are arrows of forward progress. And as you know on last show, they're both married separately to other people.
Right.
But they have the same, some of the same struggles. They got 2 kids each, right? Boy and a girl. No, you got,
I got 2 boys.
2 boys.
And so today's topic, we're going to talk about first homeschooling. How old are your kids, Brand?
Don't put me on the spot.
Don't put you on the spot.
My wife may be watching.
They were bored.
So
I remember going to the hospital.
yeah, I was there. I'm pretty sure. One is 7, and the other one is, or he likes to say 7.5.
7.5, yes.
And the other one is 2
Ooh.
3/4.
Oh, wow.
And your kids?
Are 2.5, like by technical months.
How many months?
2 years, 6 months, actually, on the 15th. And the other one is 9 months.
Okay. So
I'm the mom, that's why I know. I had to set up his 3-month. They got a 30-month-old appointment.
Right.
So that's how I knew. They was like, yo, your son is
I just
coming
had
up.
my 82-month-old appointment
See?
last week because my granny turned 102 months the other week.
I
So
feel like that's not enough months for a
I
granny.
don't know.
Granny is out
I'm
here.
not good with
The
calculation. Yeah, the
Yes,
quantum
fine.
theory.
I feel you.
but we're going to talk about homeschooling.
And math. That's how we brought it in
Is
there.
this how you teach your children
And that's
math?
why my kids go to school to see a teacher.
See,
Because-
and my kids, the plan was they're supposed to go to Brandon homeschool because like
Right.
I'm not a teacher, so I felt like if I brought my kids to somebody else's homeschool,
And then I tried
counts.
to teach her how I was going to be teaching the kids, and she thought again.
Wait,
It probably
so
wouldn't
you're
work.
not homeschooling anymore?
Oh no.
What? What happened?
It never started. So the plan was to homeschool, but then when I was at home with them all day,
It was like, you know what would be good?
you know what would be good for y'all and for me?
Ooh.
If somebody else taught you. And it's been working pretty well.
It's working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did your 2.5 go to school?
No, she doesn't.
But
And
you can't wait till she hits
yes,
4.
yes. Matter of fact, my son is here today. Y'all will meet him. Y'all
Yes.
can probably hear him in the background.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't calm down, he's gonna learn a lot about Black history
I love it.
real quick.
Okay, so you're leaning towards homeschooling.
So I am still leaning towards homeschooling now. My kids do have that time. They're only 2.5 and 9 months, and I'm seeing, like you said, it's hard to get started. The hardest part about homeschooling so far is coming up with a schedule.
Yes.
Right.
I think that school does that well. A bell
Yeah.
rings and everybody moves, you know? So trying to get my 2-year-old on a routine is probably the hardest thing right now. And I really realize it's me.
Yeah.
I gotta get on a routine. Like, I gotta wake up at 8 o'clock every day.
Right.
Last night, he woke up in the middle of the night at 5. I'm not waking up at
I'm not
5
waking up.
or 6. We
Who else
stayed
is
in
gonna
bed till
wake
10.
up?
Listen, he wanted to lay around. I said, let's lay around. We had breakfast at 11. So, like, that's hard, like, to keep consistency.
But it's just a blessing that you get to go to sleep.
Right.
Because I don't.
Oh,
I don't sleep. My 2-year-old doesn't sleep, so I don't sleep. And when she does sleep, she kicks me. And I wanted to homeschool,
See?
but
he finally, I can move him to his dad, finally. I still got the 9-month-old, so I
Right.
sleep when we kind of just
Right.
cut on our side. King
Right.
size beds, that's really what this whole segment's about.
so no,
Routine.
because I have a cow king.
Oh.
And my daughter will turn herself sideways and kick me in the face and then snatch her mama cover. And
Yeah,
so,
it's like that.
yeah,
I just,
Well, that just
So-
leads me straight into my next question.
birth control.
That's even better.
Children are the best type.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But so how are you dealing with potty training though? In these big
are you potty training yet?
Yes.
Okay.
So the way we did it in my house, it's probably not conventional.
Okay.
Get naked.
Okay, that is what we
That's-
were gonna
yeah.
do.
Yes, get
That
naked.
doesn't work.
No,
I'm
it
just saying.
did.
It didn't work
We weren't
initially.
that day.
We were not consistent. It was me and my sister, and
It
every
didn't work that
time,
day.
every time he was like, "I got a potty," I was breastfeeding. So it was like, I
Right.
can't help you. Just
Yeah,
could
because
you
you
not?
can't- you can't
could you
drink
just not
in
pee for a second?
the
Thanks.
same
So that
time.
it was hard to like. It was like every single time he was ready to
Wow.
be like, "I need to use the restroom." We were doing something else. So, but that's the plan. Get naked. But
Yeah.
how did it work?
So with my son, get naked. Number one, worked okay until we found poop in the corners.
Oh
They're
no.
like, whose poop is in the corner? Because I didn't want to initially blame my son.
Did you
so I
have
had
an animal?
No, I just had my wife and my son.
But you're not supposed to poop shame him, you know? So you
Yeah.
gotta be like, I don't
So
know who
whose
this
poop
was.
is this? I don't know whose poop this is. Yvette, did you poop? Do you think I poop? Do you think I just be at home pooping that's not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to get my
Make it a safe space.
Make it a safe space. Well,
the
it ain't
baby.
safe for you no more.
I see
It ain't
that.
safe. You about to poop yourself. Okay,
Well,
baby. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So I'm potty trained.
But did it
Nice.
work?
He doesn't poop himself,
He's 7 though.
and he's 7,
Right, he's
so
a man.
it works.
But how's the 2-year-old?
The 2-year-old, it worked well.
She's potty trained
she
now?
She is potty trained. She works a lot faster than my son.
I was about to say I heard the girls are much easier to
Yeah.
potty train than boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the few times we did get on the potty, our potty is missing the little pee-pee protector thing. So it's like we cheered as he peed on the floor because he was in the potty area, but it
Right.
wasn't his fault. He don't have the little thing, the
I feel
guard.
like my face is like this. Like
You
this is
want to tell
gross.
potty training is not that
Oh,
glamorous.
it's
Yeah.
not. I've had
But-
an experience with
But
it.
when they're potty trained, the other day his grandma and grandpa were leaving. He was like, "Bye." I was like, "When you get potty trained, you could go with them."
Right.
Not
No,
until
Go with
send
them.
them now.
No.
Send them now, and they will be potty trained.
No.
That's how
Potty
it works.
training, get your children potty trained early and they will spend time with their grandparents.
Because
Yes.
before that, parents don't want to see them.
Yes.
Not that much.
My daughter loves the squatty potty. That helped.
It's a squatty potty.
It helps with your movements.
Okay.
It elevates your legs.
How does this work?
I
Is
seen
you
it-
attach it to a
I
toilet?
seen it on Shark Tank and was
Oh.
like, yo.
Did you really get it?
Yeah.
Did you see the urinals for the boys? They have little
What?
frog urinals. You can put them in like potties. They stand there and potty and empty it. I'm thinking about it,
Oh.
except I'm like,
Yeah, that's dope.
but you got to go to, I guess.
Yeah. Because if you teach them to sit down to pee, they're going to always sit down to pee.
Do you? Okay. That's not a true statement.
It is. That's how I learned. And don't
And our
judge
next
me.
segment,
Not true.
you don't think so?
If you sit, it's more. First off, it's more comfortable.
Is it more convenient?
On a leg day? On a leg day, don't you want to sit? Just because I'm a man doesn't mean.
Do you have a question?
So we were talking about your children potty training, and we've transitioned to adult potty training.
Adult potty
We're gonna
training,
move
it's a
on
thing.
and past that,
It
this
is.
is my last question for you two.
Oh.
Social media and your kids.
I know
So-
you had a.
Yeah. What do you think about social media and your kids?
I think it's okay as long as I get to put what I want out there, because I want them to be portrayed how I see them.
True.
And not how somebody wants to make it up or to be. So I try to control it as much as I can. Again, everybody has their own
True.
opinion and the way they look at it, but for me, it's like I don't want too much exposure.
So
I
when
never
you
thought
when
about
you
that.
put him in school and you have the little things you check, so did you check the box? Yes, he can be on social media. Yes, he can be in videos. Or did you say no?
He didn't
Or
fill
did
out
you
the
not even
paperwork.
read that part?
He didn't fill out the paperwork.
First off,
Little Brandon is all over his elementary
First
school.
off,
Sure.
my wife reads the papers,
Okay,
My
exactly.
wife reads papers, so I'm pretty sure she read that one.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. How do you feel?
My kiddos are on social media as far as Facebook and Instagram, but not like, I'm trying to get them on that Instagram celebrity. No, I'm just kidding. But really, my kids, because my family is on social media. So it's
Right.
like, look at your nephew, look at your
Yeah.
cousin, look at your grandson. Like, I don't have, both of my pages are private. I don't accept friends I don't know.
Right.
So if I was more, if it was a public page, but my kids are the stars of Grandson Antics. Check it out, hashtag
it's-
Grandson Antics.
public.
And for that, it's more so, we share kids' memes with pictures of children all the time.
Right.
And we don't know where they came from. So I'm not tripping
Exactly.
on that part. But yeah, I guess I do control the narrative. I don't put out things that may shame them later, but I
Right.
don't agree with children having social medias. Like my kid is 7, no, you don't
Yeah.
need no Facebook.
Yeah, my son's not ready for all that.
You know?
He don't need. For
But
what?
I'll put you on there.
Yeah.
But that's
It's a
it.
lot of
Yeah.
exposure.
Yeah.
You get on there with me.
Okay,
Right.
we together.
We here.
You know
So
how they got them
blow
couple
up, I
pages?
blow
You know
up.
they got them couple pages?
Yeah.
Mommy and me.
Mommy
click,
and
click.
me, daddyandme.com.
Oh my God.
Follow us. I'm about to coin that. Is it coined already?
It's a thing.
Is
I
it a
don't
thing?
know if it's coined already. So I want to thank my guests, Jay Turner and Brandon Little. These arrows in motion and hot topics, we're going to come back each time, but these two, I think we have birthed their own segment and I'm going to get out the way soon. But thank you again. We're coming back with more Black History 365 and you're going to meet Danielle Denise, the actress. That's what I call her, by the way. A new arrow to forward progress. We're looking forward to seeing her. Thank you guys.
Hello, I am your Forward Progress Arrow, Danielle Denise, and this is your encouraging moment in Black history. The late, great Maya Angelou wrote this life-changing poem in 1978 entitled Still I Rise. That still inspires us today. Still I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may tread me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like the moons and like suns with the certainty of ties, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the husk of history's shame, I rise. Up from the past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind the nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you. I am Danielle Denise, and this has been your encouraging moment in Black history.
And welcome back to the Forward Progress Show. I'm your host, Deanna Brown, and now I am joined by none other than Danielle Denise. In my phone, I say Danielle Denise, the actress. She is one of our newest arrows with Forward Progress, and I'm so excited to be working with you. This Black History 365 takeover show today. Listen, we had the other guys on about potty training and, homeschooling and different things. And one of the things that I've learned through researching this is that Black people, African Americans, have contributed to inventions that we know nothing about. We know about, what's his name we were talking about earlier?
George Washington Carver, Madam C.J. Walker, those people.
Right, and they're wonderful, and it's a start because one of the things that I read, during this Black history time is our history didn't start with slavery. Slavery interrupted our history. And so when schools or just in general, when you go back, it's like Black people came from slavery. No, we've done a lot of things since then, and we did a lot before. But I want to talk about some of the things that Black people, African Americans, have invented over the years. Listen, we have a table full of things that we've researched. One of the things that I looked up was the home security system. This one is invented by Marie Van Britten Brown, and she invented the home security system. How a Black lady. Again, the golf tee. This was one of my favorites because my uncle, Lewis Carpenter, he is an avid golfer. He is now 93 years old. He would hate the fact that I said that, but that's okay. So Dr. George Grant, he was an avid golfer as well, and he invented the golf tee to help improve his game. Like and so you think that golf is a white sport or whatever, but no, all people of all races play golf. And he's the one who invented the golf tee. That's amazing.
It is.
What facts you have over there?
Dr. Charles Drew, he created a blood bank. So he was known for his method of separating and storing plasma, allowing it to be dehydrated and banked for later use.
Wow.
So, and plasma is a big thing these days. If you're a little bit broke, you can actually sell your plasma to blood banks.
And see, you might be helping a Black business and not even know it. This guy here, Otis Boykin, he invented a life-saving pacemaker.
That one's big.
I know. That's a big deal. Oh my goodness. What else you have?
And we also have George T. Sampson giving laundry baskets a greater sense of purpose since 1892. Created the laundry basket. for drying.
Wait a minute. He created what?
The clothes dryer.
The clothes. So, listen, I know this might seem like random facts being thrown out, but the point is that I am so excited to know that our history includes people who invented things that we use every day, like the portable pencil sharpener. John G. Love, a carpenter, clever with a clever name. He invented the Love sharpener. It's a pencil sharpener. The little ones that you use at school.
Or use for your makeup, for your lip
yeah,
liner, your eyeliner.
I am so excited to have this encouraging moment of Black history information. It has been really enlightening this month.
Yeah, definitely.
Welcome back to the Forward Progress Show. I am joined back here by Brandon Little, and we have a guest, Mr. Brandon Little Jr. Woo! Oh my goodness, this is what Forward Progress is all about, y'all. I love young people and arrows, and this little guy, I don't know how old he was, but it was what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
I'm 7 years old.
You're 7 years old now.
Right.
So maybe it was about 3 or 4 years ago when I saw your video of Rosa Parks and the Black History Moment. It was a required video watching for everybody on my team. This video had me laughing so hard, so I want you guys to watch it. And then when we come back, we're gonna talk about it.
And then what happened?
Then Rosa Parks had no seats to sit. We're in the black seat, and there were no more seats in there. So she had to sit in the white seat where white people live. Then the bus driver called the police, and she got arrested when she got in jail.
And then what happened?
She was at the judge's house when she got arrested.
She went to the judge's house. What was she doing at the judge's house?
The judge just hit the hammer with the circle thing. Then when she got arrested, she went in jail.
Oh man, so where's Rosa Parks at now?
Rosa Parks is still on the bus.
Oh my God, Brandon Little. That was so funny. So what happened? Why did you tell the story about Rosa Parks?
Well, I learned it at school.
You did?
Yes.
And so what made you ask the question? Well, you asked the question, where's
Right.
Rosa Parks now?
And where did you say Rosa Parks was?
Well, Rosa Parks was in jail, and I don't know.
Where is she at now?
Heaven?
Oh, okay.
Because she
She made it.
She
off the
made it
bus.
to heaven.
Look at God.
she
Why did he do
died.
it?
She died.
Yeah,
She did.
She had to get off the
God.
bus at some time.
Yes, she
Yeah.
did have to get off the
It's
bus.
time to get off the bus, is what we're saying. Get off the bus. Wake
Get
up.
off the bus. So this father and son comedian team has just learned how to blow hot breath and cool
Yeah.
breath out of your body. Show us how to blow the hot breath, Brandon. And how do you blow the cool breath? That's all
They
I'm
both
saying.
look the same from the camera.
Black History Moment. So this father and son team, they are a comedian duo. So tell me about what y'all do, Brand.
Well, my son is an amazing artist. He's written roughly 10 comic books. We've worked on multiple short films, and now he is writing another comic book and a joke book for other kids to make other kids laugh. So I'm just trying to push him out there and go out there with him, so that way he knows it's a safe place
Yeah.
when you with your daddy.
When you with your daddy.
you with
We
your daddy.
talked about this before, about how forward progress came from the scripture of you shoot your children are like arrows in the hand of a bowman.
Yeah.
And you shoot them which direction. And so you found his bent.
Yeah.
It's comedy, it is entertainment. Like he's entertained by this chair right now.
He says so many things on a regular basis that I'm like, son, you are a genius, comedic genius. We went out to Torchy's the other night, and it's a taco place, and he was in the tacos, and he's like, Dad, the sign over there, it has a bad word. It says D good. And I was like, son, I understand. people sometimes say those words, but we're not judging. We just don't do it. He's like, but how else am I supposed to explain how good the taco is? It is D good, Daddy. It's D good. And I was like, oh, you're right, man. It is D good. Can't be upset with you.
Right.
We can only use those words for food now.
For food now. Oh.
Yeah.
I already know why they put a devil to a taco place, because it's almost like they're adding hot sauce, and you maybe see a devil on there.
Yeah.
For the hot sauce.
For the hot sauce, it makes sense.
Heat.
Yeah, heat rises.
Oh, you put things together.
something.
And the
Yeah,
devil
he-
is in hell
Yeah,
down
he blew
there
from
burning.
the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, blow from the top. And that'll get cold air.
I
Yeah.
think so.
But it was really his I saw him drawing.
Yeah.
And after I saw him drawing, I was like, man. I tried to put him in sports. Football, no sir. He played soccer.
Oh, you did?
Not really.
Oh.
He sat on the side and picked up flowers, and a little girl came and kissed him. And I was like, he's an artist.
You're an artist.
Duh. Only girls kiss artists with flowers, and he had flowers.
Oh.
So I was like,
When did that happen?
okay, now you don't know. Now
You don't want to tell anybody.
But
So
When
you
did
guys
that
got some
happen,
jokes for
though?
us today?
What did that happen?
what
though?
what joke do you have? Tell one of your jokes from your comic book. From your joke books.
What do you call an alligator that investigates?
An alligator that investigates. A suitcase?
Investigator.
Good one. Good one. Good one. Where does low fat milk come from?
Cows?
Skinny cows.
What?
You get it? Because they low in fat. See, he's a lot better at it than me. I'm still.
I don't get it.
See what I mean?
It took him a long time, right?
We trying. But if he keeps working with me, eventually one day I might make it.
You might make it.
Never leave me, okay? I need you.
Y'all are too cute. This Black History Moment has been brought to you by Brandon Little Jr. This video, I am so glad that we are able to show it on this show because, Guy, you have had me laughing a long time and you didn't even know it.
He has me laughing every day.
Yeah, and so you're going to be a person that has a lot of people laughing, okay? So you keep doing that work. I know, that's okay, baby. You 7. You keep making those comic books, okay? And then there's a movie coming out soon, right?
What is it called?
Bright Light?
No,
You don't know about that one?
I haven't seen the trailer.
It's the movie your daddy is right.
It's the movie your dad's writing.
You remember?
He say I haven't seen the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, so it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, but we'll get to it. But I want to thank you so
I
much.
really wanted to make a movie.
About what?
It's like called Tigerman. It's in a comic book, but if the people want to see it again, if the people want to see the movie again, I can copy it in a comic. Like when they see the movie, I turn it around into a comic so they can, if they want to see it again, I can copy it in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you want to see the new movie, but first you have to buy the comic, and it's Tiger Man. Follow Brandon on social media.
I really wanted to publish it on Scholastic.
It's going to be published, hopefully on Scholastic. Look us up. And support young black business.
Yes.
Not just old entrepreneurs, but young black business. Teach the future. And encourage the arts.
There you go. Encouraging creative dreamers to become authentic artists. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Deanna Brown at the Forward Progress Show. Thank you, Big Brandon Little and Little Brandon Little.
Oh, yeah.
Look for them on their social media sites. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Forward Progress Show. What is the name of this move?
The dab.
Oh.
We're dabbing
Can
out.
we have a dance battle?
Oh, hold on. There's a dance battle?
Oh. Oh.
Hey!
Hey.
Now he's warming up. But thank you again. I'm your host, Deanna Brown, and thanks for watching the Forward Progress Show. And welcome back. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Danielle. I love Maya Angelou. She is a really, really prolific writer, and she has really been inspiring to all of us, but especially to African American women and African American actresses, which you are.
Black people in entertainment.
Yeah. And it's now that is some serious history. Let's dive in. Black people in entertainment. Tell me what you say.
I mean, we've been around for, a while, but the sad thing in our history, the shame of being a black person, they would prefer to pay a white person. Then you came up with the horrible blackface. It took our Sidney Poitier and Hattie McDaniels for them to realize, oh yeah, black people can act or are talented. So, without those people, we wouldn't have the foundation we have today.
Yeah.
I mean, it took years for a black woman to be welcomed to the Oscars.
And now they're winning them.
I mean, but even after, who is it? I want to say it was Viola Davis. Look at that big gap between that.
Yeah, there's a big gap. Even the big gap between Halle Berry and Viola.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not about all black people winning, black people doing it. But my thing is, can we just measure up put all the actresses together? It doesn't have to be a black actress versus a white actress. Did I do my thing on the screen?
Exactly.
That's what I think that it should be measured on now. But
and I believe in diversity. The diversity should be where it makes sense. Like, you get a lot of people complaining that, oh, there's not enough black people in this film about Antarctica. It's like, can we be realistic for a moment though?
Surfing.
I mean, granted, the one movie John Carpenter did back in the 80s, The Thing, it had plenty of black leads, and they were scientists in Antarctica. So I'm like, man, this is cool. I love this. So I'm not saying that it can't happen,
Right.
but you have to think about what is the story really about before we're like, let's just throw black people in. I'm like, it has to make sense. But now I do love that we're making stories. It's just not about, I'm from the hood, I'm about to become a rapper. Now, I respect those stories.
Yes.
But we have more to our life than just wanting to be a rapper, wanting to open up a nail shop, and I respect those people. They're black-owned businesses, but they're not the only stories to tell and write about.
As an actress and a writer that you are, I love your writing, the way that you write, because you write for every person, a human experience.
Yes, I write for the human experience. Granted, if it's something based from where I live, New Orleans, it might be, you will see a lot more black people. I was raised in the Upper Ninth Ward in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You saw white people, but they were more sprinkled in. All of my friends were black. So if that was gonna be my setting, then yes, you're gonna see a lot more black people. But it'd be about the experience, not just about Mardi Gras, I love that we're getting away from stereotypical stuff for black people to perform. Like, it's New Orleans. Oh, Mardi Gras. Like, no, we have more than Mardi Gras down there.
And that's exactly, like, you bring up that same point to me. It is, we have been so pigeonholed, but African American, we are so diverse, even within our own culture.
Very.
And so to be able to bring new movies, new cinema, new, what is it? We have a short film festival coming up in San Antonio.
I see this
yes,
weekend.
Yes, it's going to be passed by the time we get to this. But in October, we're going to have the San Antonio International Black Film Festival, and it's going to encompass international black films. So this weekend, yes, it's just a soft opening, but in October, we're bringing more Black American international films to San Antonio.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And the opportunities that we're having in San Antonio for actors, directors, for filmmaking is amazing.
Yes,
this is the time.
And not to mention San Antonio was ranked, it was in the top 20 of cities to be making films, independent films. That's a lot for us.
It is.
Here down, way down San Antonio.
Tell me about it. And you and I were in a film together, Breaking Brokenness.
Yes.
And it is winning a couple of awards.
It's doing some groundwork.
Yes, and we're really proud of that. The movie was written by one of my friends. He's an amazing filmmaker here, Cedric Thomas Smith, and you met him on one of our other shows. And these are the things that we're talking about, making movies that show our totality. You know, and I'm really proud of the work that we've done together, and then working together in Forward Progress, being one of the new arrows, getting some of our programs off the ground has been amazing.
Yes, Forward Progress have opened doors and provided me with resources that I wouldn't have to drive, you know, way out to Austin or Dallas for. So, you know, it's great. I'm supporting a black-owned
business.
Black-owned business. And
Yeah.
she's given me so much resources. I'm getting a film reel. I got some awesome headshots. I got to do this. This is awesome. So it's an amazing thing that you're providing.
Thank you.
You know, and it's just not for Black people. It's
No.
for the entire community. But it is awesome that it is Black-owned.
Well, and that is my whole point, Danielle. To be Black-owned is not, I'm Black-owned, come support me, you Black, I'm Black, we Black. No, be a good business.
Exactly.
And people will come no matter what color they are, because you want everybody's money because it's green. Okay. Or a little credit card. But I digress. Black History 365 is where we're at. Danielle Denise, the actress, as I call you, you're going to see a lot from this young lady. I'm so proud of her in our encouraging moments and some new things that we have coming up. We're going to do it. Do you
Yes,
have any
ma'am.
last words, ma'am?
Just thank you for everything. This has been amazing. I'm very hopeful and grateful that I stayed in San Antonio to be a part of some amazing things that's happening here.
Welcome to the Forward Progress Show. I am your new host now, Jade Turner, with my co-host Brandon Little. We have stolen this show from Deanna Brown. That's our new jingle. Hit it. And now the show is going to be about hot topics or lukewarm topics we found interesting.
Yeah, a little spicy.
We're going to spice them up.
Just a
Actually,
little bit.
the show is going to be about bland topics that we use our seasoning on
Right, 'cause we the
to
salt.
spice them up. That's
We the salt.
of the earth.
Uh,
Took it to a different place.
to a whole nother level.
So no, for real, we want to talk about the Black 365 and how I didn't know that a Black person, but he was a Black man, invented the modern day toilet. You know, we were talking about potty training, and
Yeah.
it's like, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
home now, and I'm gonna put, as an African American
Crapper.
boy,
John Lewis.
you need to use this potty
Are we
for the
sure
culture.
that a Black
I'm
person
positive.
made-
The modern toilet.
He made the modern toilet.
Yes.
Get the
Yes. So
poop
I'm
out of here.
for the culture. I'm gonna
For
teach
the
my
cul-
son to potty train for the culture.
You have to do it now.
I'ma try.
Yeah, now I feel proud about sitting down.
See?
Yeah.
Wait.
Because I got to honor, take a moment, just a moment to sit down and honor.
I support you taking that stance, and
It's actually
that's
not
how
a
you get
stance.
that
It's not a
seat,
stance.
taking that
Yeah.
seat. Rosa Parks.
I'm doing a sit-in. It's
You
a
know
sit-in.
what? We're bringing it 360.
Yeah,
At
360.
this point.
Yeah, I'm back on the bus, but I want to be there.
That's honoring our
Yeah.
ancestors and what they've done.
I didn't know that George Washington Carver, the man that did so much with peanuts.
Right.
I had no idea. My wife told me that he was castrated at a young age, and that's because his mother worked for a white man, and the white man had daughters.
Okay.
And he didn't want a Black child
Wow.
around his white daughters, and the only way he could stay was to do it like that. And now, to bring it all the way back around, he
Please.
created so many things with nuts.
Because I was like, why did you bring this dark moment
I'm just saying,
into
like,
this space
You
right
don't
now?
let what somebody else do to you stop you.
I feel
You
that.
keep it moving.
Make it
Keep moving and make peanut
forward
butter
progress.
out of, yeah,
Make peanut butter.
out of peanuts.
That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, I had no idea. My wife put me up on game, and I was like, yo, it's crazy. All he
They
did
were
was-
talking earlier about the blood bank and that a Black man made it so that you could allow blood to be portable from like, so yes, yeah, so like whatever he invented, the blood bag. I don't give blood like that. I'm afraid of needles. That's why I
Yeah.
can't get into the
Yeah,
Forward
yeah.
Progress tattoo life, but I'm
Right.
about, henna.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't do a lot of blood bank and stuff like that. But I
Me
had
either.
to give blood when I was pregnant or whatever. Not give blood. Took
Right.
blood for pregnancy.
You had to
And
take blood?
They had to take my blood and like run it for all these tests. You was there.
Run it.
Yeah, run it,
word.
run the blood. But
That
the
was
bag, and
good.
I was like, why do I know this random fact
That's
about
amazing,
history?
though.
I think I saw it on some random channel, and I'm like,
Wow.
I'm gonna stop letting this be random. I gotta come up with realizing more things that Black people created.
That makes me want to go get blood.
You should.
But
They'll give you a cookie.
well, I'm going today. Me and my son. are
Wait, I
going
don't
to
think
get-
your son can give blood.
No, we getting cookies. He need a lunch for the week. He's getting cookies. And that's the other thing. Like, do you are you planning on making lunch for your kids and taking them to school?
Bro, I just posted this meme that was like, I signed up to be their mom, and that's cool, but picking out meals all day, every day for 18 years, my son will eat waffles, pancakes for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Right now he's 2, so he likes apples, bananas, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and breakfast. That's it. Only meat he does is Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets
all day
and breakfast sausage, but that's it.
You know how many packs of Polynesian I got at the house?
Oh, he don't dip. He don't dip
He's
nothing.
a no
He
dipper?
don't dip nothing. I was
He's
like,
a
I'm trying to
no
get him
dipper.
into other things. Like, here, just dip this. No, that's not true. He will dip stuff into his yogurt. He dips his waffles into his yogurt. He made that a thing. And I'm like,
Black History Month. You just invented something.
I did. I think it's like a parfait. You put it in a waffle cone.
That's kind of dope when
It
you think
is.
about it backwards.
I wouldn't eat it, but he likes it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I make lunch. I want to be the mom who makes like the cute little lunches and the fun things, but
see, food is where
he hurts your heart to put in that much effort and then be like, I don't want this. You're like, you know what? Eat a sandwich.
That's what my son do.
I'm not gonna put
That's
my
what
heart
son
into
do.
this.
And then he don't eat it. And I'm like, but I realize food is where we have a bond. Like, we're creating, like, it's the old school with the new school. Like, I grew up on Teddy Grahams. Like,
Okay.
The honey kind, I ate those. My son, he just had an in-depth conversation with me yesterday. He's like, excuse me, Dad, I don't know if you know this, but we are in the future.
Okay.
He's like, they have goldfish that have cake. Goldfish in one, and we had an in-depth
We
conversation.
need to go back to the past. That sounds disgusting.
It was delicious.
Are they cheese flavored cakes?
Oh my goodness, no.
I guess cheesecake?
They are goldfish that taste like vanilla cake.
Oh, wow. See,
Talk
I've
about
only
a
known
fusion.
about the pretzel goldfish.
They got pretzel goldfish?
Yeah, it's basically a pretzel shaped like a goldfish.
Word.
But goldfish is that whole like brand or whatever.
Yeah.
It makes them.
Did you know goldfish were actually invented by black people?
I know.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah.
That's why they say gold, gold member, all that stuff.
Right.
I feel like we invented
Right.
a lot of things.
I feel like this is kind of fishy.
This
Yeah,
fact right here,
This is fishy.
I wouldn't
facts.
fact check this.
Again, it's mild. This is not spicy. So we just adding a little
We just
seasoning.
taking bland topics
Bland
like
topics like goldfish.
I would never. That's
never
not a
would've-
great pet, by the way.
It's not. I have a fish at the house.
You do? How's it doing?
It's still there because we have to flush it. But eventually, we're going to get another fish and do better the second time. Because goldfish don't last that long.
They don't.
They don't last that long
Probably
at
pick a different
all.
fish. You know what you shouldn't do?
What's that?
What are they called? Betas. When I was growing up, we used to have betas. Didn't know you couldn't put them in the same tank.
Oh, yeah, they'll attack each other.
Yeah, we
Random
found out the
knowledge.
next morning we only had one fish with like a half a tail.
You got a champion, though.
It was that's how
the
I
thing.
felt because it was my
Yeah.
fish. I was like,
That's-
yo,
that's-
fish, survival of the
Yo,
fittest.
it's real out here in these
But who-
streets.
that's why
out
they
in
sell
these
them separate.
aquariums. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice aquarium too for them. We was excited, and they all died
That's dope. But
except for mine.
Because you're a champion. And the
Best at
fish
what I
knew
do.
it.
And the fish, yeah, he was like, gotta win.
Right.
He did get roughed up. Like I said, he only had half a tail
Right.
when he came out. But,
Right. Because black women are very strong.
you
That was the point of the
I
story.
raised a strong black fish.
Yeah.
So,
That's how good black women are. They don't only raise kids, they can raise your fish
okay.
to be strong as well. Black women are just amazing.